to kind of hop through what happens over the weekend. I would like to start with everyone just kind of piling into the Waffle House while Darren's on shift to let him know what's going on. Annabelle's had to run off to take care of some stuff, but if y'all would like to take over that scene, because I feel like that would be a fun recap of everything and a good way to introduce Darren.
That would be. I like it.
Last time we all also said our favorite Waffle House orders, and I don't remember what mine was.
Oh no.
I don't remember either.
Oh man, I got that on lock. I always get a chocolate chip waffle, obviously. And I get triple hash browns covered, chunked, and diced.
Nice.
Ooh, that sounds so
I
good.
just go to IHOP because it's a little less sketchy.
I was just there yesterday. I usually get the All-Star with hash browns,
Yes.
scrambled eggs with hot sauce, and raisin toast.
Ooh.
Oh
with
man.
the apple butter jelly thing that they do.
Yes.
Yeah, and then bacon instead of sausage.
My grandmother has learned how to make apple butter, and she makes a lot of it, and I eat a lot of it, and it's fantastic.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm
If
a
you guys
big
don't
fan.
want to record today, we could just go to Waffle House if you want.
Hell yeah.
I pretty much get corned beef hash wherever I go because I love that corned beef hash from a can shit.
I do too.
It's so good.
Y'all are making me hungry, and you're making me want pancakes.
But I also, and I've done this since I was a kid, I get over medium eggs and I mush them up and I mix them with my hash browns and I put ketchup all over them.
Ooh.
Yeah, look, I am absolutely that white trash as well. Like I
didn't say it was white trash.
Oh no.
I am telling you that eating corned beef hash smushed up in your over medium eggs with ketchup on it is white trash as hell. And it's delicious. And you shouldn't feel ashamed of it. I'm saying this is solidarity with you. I am absolutely down for the corned beef hash and eggs, but I do insist that it's white trash.
Okay, well, I mean, mine wasn't my white trash. Mine was, I grew up in a restaurant, and so we put the hash browns and the eggs in one bowl so that I could sit in the office and eat them. And I just learned to mush them all together because I grew up in a restaurant.
And it's all going to the same place anyway.
I realized there was only 1,000 people in the town, and they were crazy rednecks. So it's more white trash the more I talk about it.
Yeah, Nicola, I was about to say, like, you're not doing a good job defending yourself.
The story is forming around you as you speak.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
There are definitely pockets of that where I grew up.
Absolutely. So you want us to start out in the Waffle House? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm just picturing everyone files into the Waffle House, whoever wants to lead that charge.
I feel like at first, like, Darren would be there in his too tight jeans, his untucked Waffle House black shirt and black apron with his little visor. His head would be down taking an order at a table, probably with, it would either be a table of like drunk folks or a table of like high school or college kids who like snuck out of the dorm and are like, we're going to Waffle House.
So yes. Drunk high school kids.
So he's dealing with the drunk high school kids and they're like, oh, can we get all your hash browns? And he's like, oh gosh. And he looks up and he sees this motley crew coming in. He's like, oh gosh. And he just turns and leaves the drunk table and just goes and like stands next to the fry cook. And the fry cook is just like, Darren, what are you doing? And he's like, not right now. No. Can't deal with this right now. That's the way that starts.
I can't breathe.
And I feel like Roz is leading the way because she's overexcited about everything.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we don't go to a booth. We go up to where Roz always sits, which is that counter.
Yep.
That's right by the grill.
Mm-hmm.
And Roz comes up and she just hops down and sits down and is like, good morning. Even though it's like 1 a.m.
Darren is blushing. It's like beet red face. Just turns to the fry cook and says, hey Steve, just get her the regular. Just, you know what it is. Mickey Mouse pancakes and strawberries. Just, you know it. Just go.
Oh my god, David, I love you so much.
He just nods. And goes with it.
Mm.
So fucking perfect.
He's had to deal with your cousin being there since you started working there, and he's one of the few that doesn't give you as much shit about it.
Mm-hmm.
Is everybody going to sit at the bar? Is that how we're all going to sit at the bar?
Yeah, Bart's gonna head up there.
Okay.
Bart just like mile-yard stared, not wanting to look at the menu to show that like he's completely internalized the order, and just like describe the exact same all-star breakfast that I described 5 minutes earlier. So it's like all-star breakfast, regular waffle, bacon instead of the sausage, hash browns, plain, scrambled eggs, hot sauce for the eggs, raisin toast, apple jelly, and then just like puts a hand down and goes, yes.
Yes. I feel like right before that, Darren would have like walked over just very begrudgingly, like, all right, what do y'all want? And then that happens.
Yeah.
Hawk, what you want?
I just want some black coffee and let me get a patty melt. Now hold on. That corned beef and eggs over there.
Hawk, it's 1 a.m. You want coffee and a patty melt tonight?
I want coffee and a patty melt.
Hawk, fine.
Hey, them hash browns though, I want them scattered, covered, smothered, and crispy. They're not crispy when they get here, Darren. You know, sit in the back.
Oh yeah, I know, Hawk. I know. All right, hey Steve, extra crispy hash browns, smothered, covered, diced and fried. Extra just make sure you get it extra crispy. And yeah, this on my ticket it does say patty melt, and I did circle it is 1 o'clock next to that patty melt on my ticket. So I just want you to know that it is 1 o'clock, and Hawk over here is getting a patty melt at 1 o'clock in the morning. Steve,
And coffee.
and coffee. Steve, all right, okay,
And
that'll be up
coffee.
right. That'll be up. What are y'all doing here? It's 1 o'clock.
Steve just kind of like makes eye contact momentarily. Darren, you can tell like he's dead on the inside.
Yeah, I know.
He's just like, why are your friends like this?
I know, Steve. I know.
Also, when Roz says what her usual is, she says coffee, but I'm pretty sure Darren would always bring her orange juice instead.
Probably.
Do like,
Yeah.
and coffee with 2 creams. And then out comes orange juice. She's
Here
like,
you go, Roz.
Okay.
I feel like after the first time Roz was given coffee, they very quickly learned that was a terrible idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This is that special coffee just for you, Roz.
But she drank like 7 of the little creamer cups.
We love it.
She did. Man, I just want to say, I love all of you all right now. This is amazing so far.
It's great.
We are at the Waffle House.
I'm internally cringing, but this is beautiful.
So why y'all here?
So we've been digging into the whole monster case.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Real monster this time, which is a plus and a minus. You know how that is. But it's like something that the scientists up top are doing, or I guess down below, is affecting one of the local spirits and making it go kind of angry.
Mm.
And it's projected, we did some research, projected to attack around like this weekend. So what I'm thinking is we get everything ready, do some magic shit, get all of the icky, like human bad magic out of it, and then go deal with whatever's affecting the spirit afterwards, rather than deal with both of them at the same time. Am I missing details? I feel like I'm always missing details, and it's not, and Bart stops and is like, how many? And it's not the amount of concussions I've had as a child. It's not, has nothing to do with it. Totally normal amount of concussions.
And
Right
I
on.
found these maps. So, and then we put the maps over each other, and we found like locations. But yeah, I have maps.
Well, shit. All right.
Don't ask where I got them.
Yeah, and Roz did text you some things about it, but I think most of it was like asking about a professor at the college who worked at the lab, and you recognized her, were able to point her in the direction.
That's right, because we went and talked to the professor.
And they did learn something. If you could just get a decent investigative mystery roll between the 3 of you.
Mm-hmm.
Together,
It was
we
bad.
can be adequate.
It was so bad.
A lot of experience was gained last session.
Well, I'm probably going to level up this session.
Dang, okay.
We shall see.
I rolled 3 failures in a row last game, y'all.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. How many hard moves is that?
I didn't even get that much experience because I kept rolling mixed successes. And I'm like,
Yeah, no, I only got 2 failures, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll do my best to catch up.
Yeah.
Hey, it's easy with this game, man. It really, really is.
Yeah. I'm excited. This is a good one.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay, so I feel like Darren's a little bit torn because his normal, like, cynical mind is like, yeah, no. But, like, with Bart telling him about magic and stuff, I feel like he's seen Bart do things that are like, it's like, that's not normal. But, like, I don't think he's ready to, like, admit. It's like, I can't tell if you're just, like, a street magician or, like, an actual magician, Bart. But, like, you got my eye.
Roz did see him summon a spirit.
Yeah, I think
I did, and it was cute.
the first time Darren was like, "Are you like some kind of street magician?" Bart just like spits with like hate. Like, no. Did you dare compare me to that?
I'm sorry, my bad.
What, do I look like the kind of guy who shows up to college parties and has that as my only talent? Hell no.
No, you're mad cool. It's hard for me to believe this stuff. But I feel like hearing like, all right, so we got some monsters and some science going on. Rob's found some maps. I feel like he's just like very embarrassed. Like we're in his place of work, even though he doesn't really like it. These people give me money. As all this information is like being shared with him, I think he would like side eye Hawk and just sort of give that like, is this for real kind of look.
Hawk is drinking his coffee just way too hot.
That's hilarious.
So he's got his coffee cup, and the brims are too wide, and he's got the coffee cup, and he just looks at Darren and goes, and the steam kind of comes up from the coffee, and he takes a sip, and he puts it down. That's it. Hawk is not happy. This is bad.
You know what the best part about that is that this is an audio medium, and you just went, and he goes, and then silence.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So when you hear that part, audience, what I want you to imagine is me doing some stellar object work and holding a Waffle House mug exactly the way that a Waffle House mug should be held and can be held.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, I just want to say I don't normally brag about my object today.
I'm sorry.
Doug, I want you to know I was there. I was transported.
Like as someone who was in a Waffle House yesterday, I was transported back 24 hours. I was at that Waffle House.
I burned my hands a little.
Wait, I was about to say there's no time travel in this. I was like,
Spoiler
There
is the word time is in the title.
not any
Spoiler.
moment.
I do want you to know, Doug, that the description of the Waffle House cup was spot on because they are exactly the way you just like a little bit too, like, satisfyingly a little bit too thick. Like just like, why is this so marshmallowy?
Yeah.
But I feel like seeing Hawk sip that coffee and just give those eyes, I feel like Darren would take a deep breath and be like, okay, I get off in like 20 minutes. I get off at 1:20. It's a weird time to get off, but Bart, what do you need? I'll help you guys out.
Nice. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need some people to help with the whole get the evil gunk off of the spirit ritual.
Okay.
Be dangerous. You know how these things go. And
Well.
Bart realizes nobody knows how these things go.
Like Bart, I have no idea. All I have is I'll show you later. And as he says that, you look like his backpack is like behind the counter. He just like looks down at it. And is like, well, I got my tools ready. So just let me know. I'll be off in like 20 minutes, and I can help you get gunk off of a spirit if that's what you just said in real life to me in my human ears, because that didn't mean anything to me. What you just said.
Think of it like a car wash.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a car wash, but for a nature ghost.
Okay.
Hawk sighs audibly.
Can I get that on a shirt? It's like a car wash for a nature ghost.
Steve is just looking at y'all like you're just absolutely, like, every once in a while, it's like he kind of just part of it looks at you like, what the hell are you talking about? And shakes his head and goes back.
Steve. I love Steve. Steve's my only friend at Waffle House.
Steve better get my hash browns right. That's all I'm saying.
Because he's one of the few people on the night shift that will actually do a decent job at the work instead of just slacking off. I'm kind of picturing this as like Friday night going into Saturday morning almost. So like you have a couple more days before, well, Darren doesn't know this, but the rest of you know, before the scientist starts doing the whatever thing to whatever thing that's causing the weird stuff to happen with the protector.
And he's going to do that on Monday because he does that Monday through Thursday.
Yes.
And so we have Friday, Saturday, Sunday to do whatever we're going to do, and then it will happen again on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm down. Do you want me to roll for how good Steve cooked?
Do y'all show him all the stuff that you got? Because there were, like, y'all had, like, print-offs that were stuck in a book about the failed time travel experiment. Don't remember exactly.
Failed time travel experiment, huh?
You remember all the world stuff Doug posted, like, way back when?
But David did just bring up a good point. Does he need to roll to see how good Steve cooks the hash browns?
Do you need to roll, or do I need to roll?
I feel like that's act under pressure for Steve.
Do you want to roll for Steve?
No, you can roll for Steve. I just like rolling dice. But go for it. Act under pressure. Oh no, I'm so nervous. Is Steve about to level up? Is he about to become a manager?
He made those hash browns so poorly that they promoted him.
He rolled an 8.
It's a Peter
a big
principle.
success.
That's it. My guy Steve.
Some of it's not super great, but like it's still pretty good. You imagine some of the ingredients might have been there for a little bit, not like the freshest stuff. Or he had to improvise some of it because, I mean, it's 1 a.m. What does he have left?
Exactly.
To make a patty melt with at 1 a.m.?
That's a.
If your Waffle House can't put a goddamn patty melt together at 1 a.m., it is not a Waffle House. I revoke its Waffle House-ness, and as a Southerner, I can do that.
It's true.
It is good. Y'all all do get good food, though.
All right.
Yeah.
Steve. Darren delivers it very begrudgingly. Except for the Mickey Mouse waffle.
Do you ever get back to the drunk high school students in the corner?
Damn. I love my Mickey Mouse waffle.
Oh, he would definitely give the Mickey Mouse waffle like with the utmost care. I feel like he'd be like, all right, hold on, and he would walk over to the drunk college high school kids and just be like, all right, well, I did not order. What did you guys want? I'm sorry. I got totally distracted. And yeah, but he would take their order as quick as he can because now he kind of feels like.
I don't think they realized that you had been there, left, and then came back. I just rolled some 2d6 to see if they would realize, and they got a 3.
Right on. Like
so they've been having a good time. They don't know what's going on.
I go fill up their waters, take their orders, and then give it to Steve, and expeditiously as I can, I get back to the group arena.
I'm pretty sure the orders make no sense, but you kind of have like a default thing for drunk people who are just absolutely incoherent about what they want.
Lots of toast and cheese.
Yep. Waffles and sausage.
Waffles and sausage. That's his nickname at Waffle House.
There might be some just grumbling under his breath about like, oh, got a college degree and you're dealing with all of this.
But it was an English degree, and we all understand that.
Damn.
Dude, I got my degree in PR, and I'm still working in retail. Don't get me started on that rabbit hole.
But yeah, as soon as he could, Darren would get back to the group and be like, all right. Is there a plan? Is there a plan to wash your nature ghost, car wash your nature ghost, or...
Doesn't show up until the scientists turn on the freaky machine. I'm just going to go with very vague descriptors here because I don't know science.
Neither do I. It's all right.
To like an extensive amount, you know how it is. I know mitochondria and all that stuff, but I digress.
Powerhouse.
You also only know that he was doing something with Object 51. There were no details.
Yeah. So whatever Object 51 is probably our like end goal after we clean up the nature ghost. So yeah, I'm thinking we're gonna go out to the parking lot where it's usually spotted, and I'm gonna try to channel some magic. I'll give you all instructions. You'll all be like holding candles and stuff. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
If the candles change colors, that's a good thing. If you see a shadowy ghost figure behind me, that's 90% of the time a good thing. Let's see. If you hear a choir of angels, that might be a bad thing. If you see 2 turtles and 1 cat, that is a bad thing. You fucking get out. If you see the cat, but it like glitches, that's an okay thing. That's actually like hit or miss.
I mean, I saw the Matrix. I understand.
Yeah, like Bart just like lists off a bunch of like glitches and like random nonsense that might happen during the spell, and it's like, and I think if you see your Sunday school teacher, we got to get out like right away because she shouldn't be there.
I mean, never. Yeah, I've been dodging that for a while. She shouldn't be coming up.
Roz is writing all of these down word for word. Nicola's not, but Roz is.
Yeah.
Darren would also just be unasked for filling up Water's coffee and definitely giving Roz like the biggest cup of orange juice like there is. So like just while this is happening.
Yeah, I think that should be fine.
All right.
Hawk leans over to Roz and says, "We're probably gonna stay in the truck.
Why?
It's too dangerous. This is crazy. You ain't ready for this, Roz."
I agree.
Okay.
I think any of y'all have mentioned to Darren that there's going to be a preschool teacher with y'all.
Preschool teacher.
I just kind of assumed during the textist that I sent that maybe he knew.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, so you probably do know that Annabelle's somehow involved, though how, you're not entirely sure.
Got it. Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. This is freaky as hell.
Isn't it great?
Great is a word. I don't know if I'd use it for this situation, but if I mean, y'all mentioned there was potentially some money involved, so I'm always down for that. And I guess I didn't have anything else planned for 2 a.m. So let's do this thing.
It's like 2 a.m. on a Saturday.
I'm just gonna go to bed, but that's boring.
I'll be like absolutely dead on your feet right now.
No, it's fine. That's why I'm mundane.
I imagine you're like fixing yourself. You've been fixing yourself coffee too.
Oh, always. And I actually I'm gonna do that in real life again here in just a second.
Hawk is already at the register with his ticket, and he's paying in cash, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
Then he comes back and he leaves a tip, which is like what was left from the 10. So it's like $1.64, and he just puts his change down, the $1.64 on his table.
Thanks, Hawk. Well, means a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This is 1% tip.
If you wanted a bigger tip, you'd have done better, son.
But yeah, you're right.
Oh my god!
He's not the one that cooked your food.
You're right. No, I'm sorry. I've been pulling doubles for the last week, so I'm just a little bit sleepy. But
he pulls a 5 out of his pocket and puts it on the table.
Thanks, man. I do appreciate that. I'll hold on to this. Maybe this will come in handy later. And he puts the 664 in his pocket.
Bart puts down a dollar bill that, like, in like what appears to be Sharpie, says this dollar bill is cursed, and then picks it up and goes, "Oh no, not that one," and puts down like a 5 and like some change.
Well, okay, yeah, all right, yeah. I'm settling y'all up. And I guess we can roll it. Roz, I got you. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
And I think if we're ready to roll, Darren would go say, "Hey, Steve, I'm gonna pop off here. I'll see you on Monday morning. I think I'm off for the weekend."
You probably somehow were able to get doubles because there's a lot of people who are in the alternative summer school, so they're only free on weekends, so that's the only time they can work.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll see you Monday, Steve. Stay cool and good luck with that hockey game you're betting on. Hope it goes well for you.
He gives a vague wave, and you can kind of see him he's leaning his forehead against the freezer door. He's just so ready to go home.
Oh no.
As Darren leaves, you see him. He bends down and picks up his bag. It's just like a regular Jan Sport backpack, but there's also just because I saw this in my gear and I just wanted to take it. He is also carrying a hockey stick with him.
Nice.
It's very conspicuous, and he starts heading outside where his Schwinn bike is.
I had to think for a second, is hockey a thing in Oak Ridge? I'm like, there's a hockey team for Knoxville. It's close enough.
Darren actually plays hockey. He definitely just has a hockey stick, though.
There might be unofficial hockey because Knoxville they've got the Ice Bears. So there's some stuff.
Right on.
So it's not too weird that this kid's walking out of the back room of Waffle House with a hockey stick.
Yeah, I probably should have mentioned that before. I just willed that into existence. But yeah, Darren plays a little bit of street hockey by himself, of course.
Maybe that's something. Maybe he's maybe if I get good at hockey, I can play for the team in Knoxville and move to Knoxville, and then figure out a way to get out of that city.
Yeah, I hate being in cities. We'll make it work though.
So, where are y'all going? It's almost 1:30 Saturday a.m. on a Saturday.
So do we need to do the spirit thing tonight, or do we... I think the spirit thing was our top priority because we kind of got the information we needed. We just needed to still get inside the lab, but we can't do that yet.
I think the spirit thing isn't going to be happening again until Monday. Because you can't dispel something that's not active.
I had an idea. We could, because there's probably a night guard or somebody that's around. What we could do is case kind of what the security situation is, because we're gonna have to sneak in on Monday anyway, and then eventually sneak deeper in to get to that whatever Object 51 is. So it'd be probably a good idea for us to go and case what the security looks like at night for the lab.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So how are y'all dividing up what vehicles you get to? Because we've got Hawk's truck, we've got the discount mystery machine, which is a terrifying experience to ride in.
Yeah, Bart can't drive for shit. It's every single curb.
And there's a bicycle.
How'd you hit both curves at the same time?
It's an art, not a skill.
You just gotta do it sideways a little. Remember that. Got the tanker freighter?
The boat.
Well, Roz always gets into the mystery machine because she doesn't think it's that bad.
Also, you can ask him more about alien stuff.
Oh yeah. I mean, at this point, I know Bart enough that I know there's a daily limit before it's a bad idea to keep pushing it. So I think I've hit that limit so far. And midnight is not the clock reset. Sleeping is the clock reset. So,
I love that.
Oh, that's great.
I don't know. We're talking about the weather or some shit.
Or maybe theories about what you think is going on, or...
I think before they get in the mystery machine, Hawk's going to look at Darren and just kind of point his head towards his truck and say, "Come on, ride with me."
Darren would just unlock his bike and go, chuck it in the bed of the truck.
Exactly.
Hop in the front seat.
Before we get in the truck, Hawk is locking up some things back behind his seat, and you can tell that he's doing some real maneuvering to move parts around and stuff. And you've seen him do this before. You know he keeps his pistol and a few other little knickknacks, hidden away. He's got a hidey hole in the truck. From the toolbox of the truck, he pulls out just a bundle of cane fishing poles. There's some that he brought from the shop. They're all kind of tied together. There's 6 of them. And he has those laying crossways, and he lays them crossways across the bed of the truck over top of the bike. And he goes, I've been thinking about it. That first layer of security ain't that tough. We got to get in and just pass the first gate.
Of course, Hawk has already cased their security. It's probably just like casual habit.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna do that. You know, there's those 3 ponds you can fish in right inside Gate A.
Yeah.
If we go over there and tell them we're setting up to start fishing for sunrise, everybody got their license? I bet y'all don't. He pulls out like a stack of fishing licenses and he hands them out and he says, just sign them. And he also has a pen and he hands them out. He says, all right, so the first part is we're going to get in Gate A. We're going to go over there to Langley Pond and we're going to walk around the east side. And I don't know if you've ever done this or not, but we're going to walk all the way around the east side. There's a little cove over there. And here's the thing, that cove ain't natural. That cove was built for a reason. Now, I ain't never used it and I ain't never seen it used. But I hear that if you can get into the cove, you can get past the next round of security and get damn close to the site. Not all the way in, but damn close. So I think we ought to go on in here, let the guards at Gate A know that we'll be fishing tonight, and then we handle business.
Darren is like, just like, yep, that's it. That's a good plan. Like, he's just like very on board with what Hawk is saying.
Also knows to not question how Hawk knows all of this.
Yeah, this is normal.
Yeah, y'all follow me down there. And he just gets in his truck and cranks it up, and it kind of like doesn't fully backfire, but it shoots like a bunch of black smoke out the exhaust, and it kind of, you wonder, is it actually going to crank? And it does.
Is it going to crank, or is it just going to explode?
Exactly, but he pulls out onto the main street there and starts heading toward the facility.
Darren's riding with him.
Mm-hmm.
Now that this is the plan, Roz is frantically Googling fishing terms because she realizes that she knows nothing about the outdoors. And so she's, oh my God, what if they question us? And so Roz is in the seat frantically Googling.
Question us about fish? We just say we're there to fish.
But yeah, what if they're like, what if they want to have a conversation? Because like normal people like to have conversations and they're like, oh, are you going to catch a big trout? And I'm like, what is a trout?
Oh, see, here's what I was planning on doing. I was going to divide every fish between honker and not honker. So if I get a big honker of a fish, that's a big one. I'm looking for a big honker. And then if I don't, then I'm not looking for a big honker. And if anybody asks me questions, I'll look at them like they're stupid for not knowing about the honker fish classification.
Oh.
And hopefully that'll work out.
I mean, that's a really good idea.
Really is.
Dang.
It's a solid idea.
I love that.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
But actually look up fishing terms because I don't know how to fish.
Neither do I. It kind of sounds like we don't have to actually fish, but I don't know, maybe afterwards it could be a fun experience. Like a team building.
I could teach y'all.
That's cool.
Y'all are in different cars as you're having this conversation.
Yeah, like I don't hate it. That sounds like fun.
It's a nice team bonding experience.
Just the moment of you're not there during this conversation.
That's all right. I'm there in spirit. I can hear them. That's one of my powers. When I leveled up last time, I took clairvoyance.
Oh, okay.
In other
Telepathy.
cars.
Yeah.
I can hear in other cars. It's only works in cars, though.
But install FBI bug into Bart's car.
We have a CB radio just open.
Yeah.
Just
Oh my God. We use our ham radio.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
That's actually pretty neat.
Yeah, we should have done that.
I'm curious about what Hawk and Darren are talking about, because I remember Doug, you mentioned that Hawk has definitely asked Darren to do something that was definitely blatantly illegal. So it's gotten a little awkward.
And let's just say, like, just for the sake of in the background, it's just like, it really is as simple and as illegal as, like, delivering a pound of pod from one place to another, right? Like, it's illegal. It ain't something you should be doing. But it's also not, like, murdering anybody or, like, you know...
blackmailing someone or,
Yeah. They're riding along Hawk looks over at Darren, and he looks at him too long while he's driving. He's like just looking at him and driving at the same time, and just kind of looking at him, just barely glancing at the road. He goes, "You think about doing that thing, boy?"
Yeah, Hawk. Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, I'm thinking about doing a lot of things. Are you talking about heading out, or are you talking about the...
Darren, look, man, it ain't nothing. It ain't nothing. It ain't, you ain't doing nothing wrong. I mean, you'd be doing something that ain't strictly legal, but you ain't doing nothing wrong. You ain't hurting nobody. I just need somebody that's a little more trustworthy than me to move this over across to Knoxville.
And potentially get arrested for possession.
I mean, Hawk, you know, I'll do what you need, man. Like, I'm not chicken. Like, I'm not afraid of it. And as you've said before, like, I've been getting in Knoxville, getting to know these certain people, getting into, like, just knowing the business. Like, that could be good for the future. Like, I don't know what I want to do with my life. I graduated with a degree that, like, I mean, it doesn't really mean a whole lot. Like, I don't know what I want to do, man. And all I know is I want to get out of here. And if this is the way to do it, if it's helping you, I mean, you've helped me out in the past. You've helped me and my dad out with the hardware store. So, like, at first I felt like I owed you, but now I just like I've said before, like, I like you, I trust you, and if you need help, like, of course I'm gonna do it for you, man.
Now, Hawk is torn about this, because on one hand, he's glad that he's convinced this person to do this thing that he needs. He's okay with manipulating people. But on the other side, like, he knows that Darren doesn't really want to do this. He knows that Darren's not really cut out for this, and he also knows that Darren maybe has a better chance of getting it than he would.
Very much less experienced than you.
Yeah. And so, like, there's a moment of silence where Hawk just sort of has this internal crisis, and he decides that if he can make this adventure worth Darren's while, he won't have to ask him. He won't need the money to have to do a thing that he doesn't want to do. And that said, if this doesn't go well and everybody's back busted up, then he's still going to try to get Darren to run the weed for him. But that's just because that's the kind of businessman he is. But as a person, he's kind of thinking about a way out of that. Like, he's trying to think about a way to get Darren out clean.
Can I investigate a mystery?
In my truck?
Or are you investigating the mystery of the person driving the truck?
This is my rationale here. This is what I want to do. I feel like we've said before, this is not the first time they've had this conversation. This wouldn't even be the first time he's running the drugs.
You just maybe didn't realize that's what he was doing.
Yeah. I want to investigate Hawk, because I feel like Darren looks up to Hawk. And I feel like if there was like a long silence where Hawk was just sort of internalizing what he just said, it would make Darren uncomfortable and like feel like he's being doubted. So I guess I could just play off that, but I wanted to roll, see if Darren could like pick up on that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Give me the roll.
That is a 4 + 3, 7 plus sharp 1, 8.
Can I give him what he sees, like, based on that?
Yeah, and I believe, isn't it with investigate a mystery, mixed success, you get to ask a question?
Yes.
Okay.
Promise I know how this game works, guys.
I'll ask you, Doug, how poignant is that silence?
It is a still silence. Hawk doesn't sit still very often, but he is still, and you see that his hands are clenched on the steering wheel a little bit. He just seems still and like locked into a position.
Yeah. Then I think Darren would just be like, Hawk, I'm not afraid, and I'm not going to tell my dad. Like, this is fine, man. I got this. You don't need to worry about me. Everyone in this town seems to be doing that. They're worrying about me, but you don't need to do that. I'm tough. I can take this.
And Hawk just, he sort of sighs and he says, well, look, let's see how things go tonight. Hell, we might get eaten by a monster.
I think Darren would, like, very teenager, like, ha, yeah, whatever. Like,
Still thinks this is all a big joke.
Hawk turns on the radio. It is that classic rock station. You know
absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that one, and they're not even playing anything good either. They're playing like Tuesday's Gone or some shit. Like it's not a good one, but he does turn it up kind of loud.
Yeah. Darren would just go look out the window.
Then we pan into the mystery machine, and Roz is going, well, this website in Montana says in Montana they call the little fish dinks and the big fish lunkers. So maybe instead of honker, we say lunker.
I don't like either of those names.
Oh, okay.
For reasons that are numerous.
Okay. Okay.
And I don't like Montana as long as we're still on that topic. Like, as a state, and that's right, this is both the character and me. No, I'm kidding. I don't actually hate Montana. I have no strong opinions on Montana for all you Montana listeners. But no, Bart is just like, yeah, no, I don't care for either of those names. Lunker sounds like a big dude that you get on a boat to, like, fish for you.
In Australia, they call them... Oh, wait, no, that's a person.
Yeah, we should be careful when we look these up.
I love how you're actually looking this up, aren't you?
Hell yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I love it. I love the juxtaposition. Hawk and I are talking about selling drugs across state lines, and you guys are like, I think we should call it a dink? No, fuck that.
No, that one sounds weird. I don't like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, like, I feel like as much there's, like, I'm not afraid of... You probably know a couple of people who've gotten arrested for possession, and it does not do well for you, and they've definitely not gotten anywhere towards getting out of Oak Ridge.
What year is this?
It's modern day.
Okay, so okay.
But, like, in the timeline that didn't get the pandemic.
Yeah.
Well, this whole thing's been taking place with masks on.
Yeah, COVID doesn't exist. COVID doesn't exist in the context of this game. In the context of this game, I'm clarifying. Because I don't feel like dealing with the pandemic in my TTRPG as well as in my regular life.
You're not wrong. I'm playing in a modern fantasy type game. There's no COVID in that either, because it's a fantasy and we get to live like that.
Yeah.
Exactly. Also, wearing a mask would completely change the way I interact with people. Just want you to know that. It's a character choice. Just kidding.
It is kind of nice, though, when you're working customer service and they can't see your facial reaction to them.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You just have to make sure that you don't, like, roll your eyes where they can see.
It's have to roll your R's. Just kidding.
That was really good, but that was also terrible. And
I got that.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that in so other people have to suffer through that too.
That's fun. I mean, that's why I said it.
To make it suffer.
I'm doing it. I bring the pain.
Man, we went from dissing Montana to reminding everyone that the global panini is still happening.
The global panini.
That's not my joke. Somebody in the Rise campaign will call it that, and I appreciate it. It's very funny.
Thank you for joining us, and stay tuned next week to find out what happens next on Tempus Multae. If you don't want to wait, you can get early access to our episodes over at patreon.com/pseudonymsocial. If you like our show, please consider leaving us a review on your favorite podcasting app so people can know where to find us. We couldn't do this without your help. Season 1 of Tempus Multae was made in collaboration with Doug Hawley of Good Better Quest as a prologue for a show that he will be doing in the future set in Oak Ridge's sister city of Jackson, South Carolina. Brianna Jean is the keeper and producer with editing help from Nikki of Beholder to No One.
I'm Casey, playing Annabelle Joyce, and you can find me on the Aboard the Opal Star podcast.
Hello, everybody. My name is David Tilstra, but today I'll be playing Darren Calloway. I am the Dungeon Master over at From Afar Podcast. You can find us on Instagram and Twitter at From Afar Podcast. You can find myself at David Tilstra on Instagram and Twitter. Yeah, that's about it.
Hey, this is Doug. I play Hawk Bailey. You can find me on Twitter at DougGBQ or on the podcast good, better quest.
I'm Ian. I will be playing Bartolomeo, the Spellcaster, and you can find me on the Ballad of the Seven Dice Twitch channel, playing Weary in the Rise of Nyarlathotep campaign.
Hi, I'm Nicola, and I'm playing Rosalind Stollard, aka Roz. You can find me on Twitter at Nicola the Druid, or on Twitch as Druidcraft Productions, where I host Tiny Hut, a weekly show focused on education, advocacy, and charity.
Stay safe out there, dear friends, and always remember things are not as they seem.